What's up guys, Ray here with another exciting episode of
Henshin!
for you this week. Today I'm going to be looking at the flip side of Japanese tokusatsu and not talking about Kamen Rider for once. Instead I'm going to be talking about the other big show in Japan. I'm going to be talking about Super Sentai. And the Super Sentai that I want to focus on this week with you is none other than the Sentai that just finished airing early this year. It is Zyuden Sentai Kyoryuger. So, Zyuden Sentai Kyoryuger loosely translates to Electro Beast Sentai Kyoryuger. And it is the third dinosaur-themed Sentai series to air. The first one being Kyoryu Sentai Zyuranger, and the second one being Bakuro Sentai Abaranger. People will obviously, or more likely, know those as Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and the Power Rangers Dino Thunder, respectively. Kyoryuger is what I would class as a high energy series. Seriously, from the first episode of the series, we knew that we were in for something that wasn't going to take a backseat, wasn't going to be subtle, it was going to be in-your-face action for the entire series. And it pretty much is. There is drama, there is a lot of comedy, there's a lot of slapstick, there is a character who I'll touch on a bit later because I absolutely love him because he's pretty much me in a series. But everything is over the top done. For example, unlike most Super Sentai and Power Ranger series where pretty much the protagonists just have to put a coin in a belt or use a wrist changer to transform, no, the Kyoryugers have to actually load a bullet into a gun and then dance a samba before they can transform. That's just some of the silliness that will be going on in the series. But enough about that, let's get started on the plot. So, long ago, in the age of the dinosaurs, the Earth was invaded by an army of alien invaders known as the Daybos Army. And their leader, known simply as Daybos, pretty much came close to extinguishing all life on Earth at that point in time. On the verge of extinction, some of the dinosaurs were transformed into what is known as Zyuden, and they fought back against Daybos by combining their energy and managed to seal them inside quite a large block of ice. Fast forward to the modern day, and the Daybos army has pretty much started to thaw out from the ice. Their leader, Daybos, is still encased in a block of ice, and they go through a little bit of an explanation that apparently he needs human emotion to evolve himself to a point where he'd be able to take on the modern human race, and apparently the energy also works somehow into thawing out his heart, which will allow him to come back to life. Yeah, that's pretty explanatory about the bad guys. Anyway, there has been one person who has been prepared for this resurgence of threat, which is the wise god Torin, who goes around the world and collects 5 heroes who pretty much exemplify an energy that is in the world known as Brave. Now, Brave in this series isn't exactly like the bravery that you would show in the face of admiration. That's just one aspect of it. Brave is what, in my opinion, brave is the term that Zyuden Sentai Kyoryuger uses to express the life force that is in each and every one of us. It's pretty much the force that keeps you going when you're up against impossible odds. That's why I say the bravery that you show in the face of adversity is just one aspect of it, because it's everything that makes humans what we are. Anyway, Torin goes around and collects the 5 Kyoryuger. We have Daigo Kyoryuger, who is the naturally born fearless leader that leads via example. We have Ian Yorkshire, who is Kyoryu Black. He is a archaeologist and a sharpshooter who is also a bit of a ladies' man. He starts off as the slightly antagonistic character towards Kyoryuger Red, but eventually gets won over by his, I don't know, his unyielding spirit. We have Nobuharu, who is Kyoryu Blue. The other characters refer to him as No-san throughout most of the series. This is a term used to refer to an old man. This is because he is a 30-something-year-old man. He is the eldest of all the Kyoryugers if you take physical age into account. And every time he speaks, it's pretty much some form of a pun or an old man joke. This is why he is my absolute favourite character in the entire series, because everything he says pretty much gets turned into a pun. So yeah, you've got him. You've got Soji, who is Kyoryu Green. He is a high school student who practices kendo. He's the real serious character of the group. He prefers to work hard at a problem and get things done through brute strength rather than sitting around and planning things out and joking around. He does eventually break his outer shell quite a bit, hanging out with the rest of the Kyoryugers, but by the end of the series he's still very hard-headed and dead set in his ways. And finally we have Amy, who is Kyoryu Pink. She is a pampered rich girl who has a hidden tomboy streak about her. She could probably beat up any of the other Kyoryugers if she wanted to. She's pretty much that strong, but when she's around her friends and family, she really has to play up the rich girl act. But yeah, that's the Kyoryugers in a nutshell, and Zyuden Sentai Kyoryuger is a really great series. It was the second Super Sentai series that I've actually watched from start to completion, and I really connected with the characters, especially Kyoryu Blue. But all of the characters are really relatable, all of them are really likable, and they really mesh together as a team, which I guess in a show called Super Sentai, Sentai meaning team, you really do want that from the characters. The jokes don't feel really forced, and although it is meant for kids of a younger age, this is shown by the fact that the Kyoryugers are shown helping little kids every now and again, it does feel like a show that older people can really get into without feeling too bad. Case in point, I was watching it and I didn't feel ashamed about it. So yeah, that's Zyuden Sentai Kyoryuger. I do highly recommend this to people watching this video. It's pretty much a standard Sentai, and like I said, it's the third dinosaur themed Sentai that we've had. Hopefully we won't have another dinosaur theme for quite a while. But yeah, I'm Ray, this has been another episode of Henshin. Catch you on the flip side.